Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, PARALIVES came out for early access about a week ago, and I have already spent a full day of playing in this game. So after spending way too much time playing in PARALIVES, breaking this game with cheats, causing neighborhood drama, and making generally questionable life choices, here are 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing this game. So personally, one of the coolest features in PARALIVES that I think currently is in the Create a Para, you can actually adjust your para's height. Now the Create a Para in this game comes with a lot of other cool features, but the one I particularly wanted to point out was the height feature. This is crazy to me. You can go all the way up to 6'4.5" and all the way down to 4 feet and 9 inches. Oh, you can even change the hand size. That's crazy. Unlike a lot of other simulation games, your characters aren't locked into a single height, especially when it comes to the different interactions with the different heights. It's definitely a fun and unique feature that is definitely overlooked in a lot of games, so I am hyped to have it. Alright, so one of my favorite other features of this game is cheats. It's actually just like doing it in The Sims 3 and The Sims 4. It's Control-Shift-C. And for any of you who might be having problems opening up the cheat menu, which I did have, I ended up doing Control and Shift on the right side of my keyboard, and that ended up opening it up for me, versus on the left side, it just wasn't working no matter what I did. So we're going to open up the cheat menu, have the cheat commands menu open, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite cheats. First off, some really good money cheats are Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank, all one word, that will give you 100 paradigms, and if you do Make It Rain, that will give you 10,000 paradigms. Now another one is Jackpot, that will give you 50,000 paradigms, and if you do Lottery, this one will give you a random amount of money between 1 and 100,000 paradigms. So let's see what we get. 22,000 paradigms. Now if you want to do a specific amount of money, you do Set Money, and then you do space, and then you just put in the amount that you want. So let's do 1,000, and that will give you exactly the amount of money that you want to have in your para household. One other cheat that I think is really important for everyone, if you want to be able to edit your para in any way, shape, or form, all you have to do is enter Edit Character and then hit enter, and it will bring you right into Create a Para mode. And in there you can do all fun stuff, including changing their traits, their lifestyle choices, even their name, absolutely everything that you want. And another really important tip, make sure you save your game before experimenting with any other cheats. Trust me, I learned the hard way, and the game likes to bug out and crash on you, so make sure you save your game so you don't lose any progress. So another really fun and cool aspect to this game is that the entire town is open world. You don't have to sit through any loading screens every time you want to visit somewhere. You can walk around the town, visit your neighbors, explore different areas, and interact with the world a lot more naturally in this game. Transportation in this game is also very different. So we don't have any cars at the moment, so there is a bus stop system, so you can take the bus with your para. It only costs 3 paradigms, and you have all these bus stations that you can travel to and immediately take you to your next destination. Very fast, just like that. Very handy. And you also have the option, if you want to get crazy, you can vandalize things, which is quite hilarious, pretty chaotic, and things can get really wild. Oh look, what do you know? It's Jace. It's the Don Lothario of the game. Oh my goodness, Jason Derulo. Oh, see, just like that, we can destroy the town. How beautiful. You can vandalize phone booths, pretty much anything. Phone booths, benches, bus stations, trash cans. I'm not sure what else. I still have yet to explore it, but if you want to get crazy, you can do all that fun stuff. Apparently, don't mind. She's just a single mom. Times are tough right now, okay? This is like the town center, town square. It's absolutely adorable. You can walk through here. You can visit multiple shops, restaurants, bars. You can go into little general stores. Right over here, we have a nice little restaurant over here. Paras can come and eat if they want, or purchase food for takeout. Okay, so the next thing is personality traits. I definitely think these matter more than you think. So my current para, she has her charisma all the way up, 1 creativity skill, 1 mind skill, and 2 physique. This definitely influences their behavior and affects their relationships, and definitely along with creating unique personalities for your paras. It comes to like their lifestyles and stuff, like if she wants to be a vegetarian, and their sleeping habits also matter, which is really, really fun and cool. And cleaning habits matter as well. This girl never cleans up her dishes, okay? So if you want to have a sloppy para or a neat para, or you can have a normal para, you have those options there. Talents in this game are also very, very important, and I think it's so fun and cool that we have a different system versus like The Sims, where you pick like a specific set amount of traits and then you pick an ambition. In this game, we have the option to pick their vibe. So we have overjoyed, gloomy, energetic, jester, and serious. And each of these individual vibes that you can choose from will affect your para's everyday mood in a lot of ways, and they will unlock certain different social interactions and affect their relationships in a very strong way. So this is actually one of the most important things I think there is in the game, is your vibe, because if you have, like, for example, a gloomy para, she is going to be sad and depressed all the time. Another one, if she is a jester, some of her needs can end up being ignored throughout the gameplay. And for example, like, we could go an entire day without having to use the bathroom, which was something I had to find out the hard way, because it got very confusing. And then we also have our social perks. So our options are good at being alone, good at making friends, good at taking care of others, good at cooperating, and good at romantic relationships. So I've yet to once again explore all of these different social perks, but like I said, they each come with their own unique set of challenges and bonuses. And onto our talents, we have talents. So this is kind of, I guess, more what they strive to do in life and what they would be more drawn to. So we have jack of all trades, music, fitness, art, technology, food, and your paras can also be good at nothing, which can evoke for some also interesting gameplay. Okay, so another fun aspect of this game that a lot of players miss is that PARALIVES gives you a surprising amount of control over how your game progresses. So if you go into the options menu once again and we click Storyteller, this is where when you first start your game, it will give you the option to pick Stella the dog, which is the easiest gameplay option. We have Max Sense, which is kind of like middle tier, like average gameplay. And then we have Ricardo, and he is the hardest, most challenging gameplay. But this menu is where you can get into the nitty-gritty details of things, and you can enable household para aging. You can also enable or disable non-household para aging. You can also change the duration of your life stages to short, normal, or long. And then you can also edit minutes per real life seconds. And I have everything set to the original settings currently. I haven't tweaked anything in this section. So the next thing that you can actually do in this game is that you can customize your pregnancy length. Pregnancy isn't locked into one setting. You can adjust how long your pregnancy lasts and customize the fit to however you want to play your game. So currently right now I have my trimester set to 2 days and 21 hours, but the original base game settings are set to just 21 hours, which I think is pretty short. So if you want to have more realistic type gameplay or just slow things down so you can enjoy the stages of the pregnancy a little bit longer, then I would definitely recommend going into these settings and changing them. Then you can also get really fun and exciting, and you can change the chance to get pregnant when attempting, your chance to have twins, and your chances to have triplets, which I accidentally put this all the way up to 100, because if you want to play Chaos Central, this is the way to do it, guys. You just put these numbers all the way up. And I love this feature because, as you all know, this is something we never got in any of the Sims games. In order to do any of this stuff, you have to get a mod such as MC Command Center. So the fact that we already have this in the game as is a really, really cool feature. Another mistake I made when I first started playing this game was staying home all day Honestly, some of the best moments happen when you actually leave the house. So go out, meet people, explore, cause some problems. I think this part of the game matters so much because it entails for better stories, more relationships, and definitely more opportunities for unexpected moments, different goals, and different tasks that your paras can complete. Make sure your paras get some nice change of scenery once in a while. Being outside automatically lifts their moods, usually when they're sad anyways, which is also another feature that I really appreciate. Another thing that I think is also overlooked, because this game is an early access release still, there are a lot of bugs that end up happening. Make sure you're saving your games, guys, especially before using cheats, editing your characters, or trying any new things. And to save, all you have to do is just go into escape and just hit the save button right here. And you can also go into settings if you want, which I'm not even sure if I trust this that well, but you can enable autosave for the game. But like I said, I think it's just best to manually save pretty much every day or anytime something really important happens, like halfway through decorating your house. Things like that. Another really cool feature of this game that I love is that NPCs will just show up and change your entire story. Everywhere you go, whether it's on the street, to a restaurant, you're just in town center, NPCs will be there. And it's very nice because I felt like, for example, in The Sims 3, a lot of the worlds just felt very empty and vague, and you know, not many Sims would show up. So that's another really surprising feature of this game that I love, is that there are NPCs absolutely everywhere. Alright, so that is going to be it for the 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing Paralyzed. If you're new to the game, what's something that you learned that other players should know? And if you're a seasoned player, drop your best tip in the comments down below for me and to help some other people out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all next time. Bye everyone.